Hello students, it's Mr. Weaver. I'm going to show you and guide you through how to do this frames activity that you are going to be doing in class on Friday. So this is just a video on how we're going to do it, and then on Friday when you come in, as long as you've watched this video and you have watched videos about 4 of the icons, including the one about discipline, you should be good to go. The frames activity is very simple. You're going to receive the same PowerPoint, but you're going to get your own copy, and you're going to create a frame that organizes and looks at you. It says here it could be a person, a concept, place, or thing. You're going to do a frame about yourself. Okay, so here's an example. School. What I've done here, actually Mrs. Papa did it, is she took the 4 of the icons, unanswered questions, change over time, multiple perspectives, and details, and she analyzed this concept of school using those 4 icons. So for instance, how has school changed over time? So go from a little red schoolhouse to rows of desks to smartboards and now present day blended learning. What are some of the multiple perspectives of school? Perspective from a grandparent, a parent, and a student. What are some details about school? We have many down here. And what are some unanswered questions that we might have, like what will school look like in the future? So this is an example of framing a concept that you're trying to look at more deeply, and Mrs. Papa happened to choose these icons. You don't have to choose those 4 icons, although I would like you to use multiple perspectives. I'll explain that in a moment. The next slide is one of Mrs. Papa. You're going to do it with yourself. I would like you to put a picture of yourself if you can. And so here's Mrs. Papa. This is how she's changed over time, growing up in Chicago all the way to present day teaching in Dayton with a child and a husband. Here you have some multiple perspectives of how people would look at her, including her son, her brothers, her husband, and even herself. Well, she didn't put herself. She should have. That would be good. Some big ideas about herself. She's a teacher. These are kind of like her identity. So you could do that with big ideas. Unanswered questions. But folks, you don't have to use these icons. You could use different ones. Now, here is where you're going to put yours. So you will put your name here, get your picture, put it in here. I did go ahead and put the multiple perspective ones here with some questions because I'd like you to tell me, how would previous people look at you as an English student? How should I look at you? How do you see yourself? Etc. Now I'm going to go ahead and go back to this mode, and you'll see when you see this, you won't see any of the other icons. You have to scroll up. There they are. So you will drag and drop them in here, choosing the icons that you wish to use. You could use patterns, this one. You could use ethics. What are some ethical standpoints you have? You could use language of the discipline. What are some nicknames you have? What do people say about you? Things like that. What are some rules you have about yourself? Or rules that you follow or rules that you break, and why? What are you like in other disciplines? Are you more into science? Are you more into other activities outside of school? Do you go to church? Do you play sports? Do you do music? Those would be across different disciplines. What are some trends going on in your life? Have you had some trends in certain directions academically, trends in your family, trends in your interests, etc.? So you can see there's lots of options here for what you want to do. Pick 3 more, do the multiple perspectives one, and then pick 3 more using these 3 other quadrants of the frame. And then delete the directions once you've done it, and put your picture and put your name, and then you'll be ready to turn this in for homework. Okay? Actually, not for homework. Hopefully you'll get it done during class on Friday. This is what we're going to do Friday. So I hope you watched this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys on Friday.